November 27, 2020. A black Nissan Tayana sedan moves east along a rural boulevard in Absard, Iran. Inside sits a man who doesn't officially exist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, the father of the Iranian nuclear bomb. To the west, he is a ghost, the Oppenheimer of the Middle East. To the Mossad, he is the ultimate target, a man they have hunted for 2 decades. He is surrounded by a convoy of 3 armored vehicles. 11 elite bodyguards from the Ansar al-Mahdi Protection Corps are scanning every horizon. They are looking for snipers. They are looking for drone strikes. They are looking for a truck bomb. They are looking for humans. And that was their mistake. 150 meters ahead, a battered blue Nissan Zamyad pickup truck sits on the shoulder. It looks like thousands of other farm trucks in Iran, rusted, overloaded with timber, covered by a tatty tarp. As Fakhrizadeh's car slows down for a speed bump, the tarp in the pickup truck twitches. Bullets tear into the sedan. Fakhrizadeh, believing the car has malfunctioned or hit debris, steps out of the armored vehicle. It is a fatal instinct. The machine gun in the pickup truck pivots. It is a Belgian-made FN mag, modified with a robotic gimbal system. There is no human finger on the trigger. There is no eye looking through the scope. The operator is sitting in a bunker more than 1,000 miles away, but the operator isn't aiming. The satellite delay, the time it takes for a signal to travel from the bunker to space to the truck, is 1.6 seconds. In a firefight, 1.6 seconds is an eternity. You cannot hit a moving target with that lag. So the human authorized the kill, but the algorithm took the shot. The AI in the truck bed compensated for the wind, the recoil, and the car's movement. It fired a burst of 15 rounds. It struck Fakhrizadeh in the spine. It left his wife sitting 10 inches away, completely untouched. Seconds later, the Nissan truck detonated, blowing the robot to pieces to destroy the evidence. This wasn't just an assassination. It was a message. It was the first time in history that a high-value target was eliminated by a robotic proxy using real-time artificial intelligence to correct for physics. The world entered a new era that day. We moved from the era of smart bombs to the era of autonomous slaughter. The war between Iran, Israel, and the United States is no longer fought by soldiers. It is fought by code. It is fought by viruses that break metal. It is fought by AI systems that choose who lives and who dies faster than a human can blink. This is the story of the silent apocalypse, and it didn't start on that road in 2020. It started 10 years earlier, with a piece of code that changed the definition of weapon forever. For decades, the concept of cyber warfare was the stuff of Hollywood hackers, stealing passwords, defacing websites, digital vandalism. Then came Stuxnet. In 2010, inspectors at the Natanz nuclear facility in Iran noticed something impossible. Their uranium centrifuges, delicate supersonic tubes spinning at 60,000 RPM, were failing at a catastrophic rate. They were shattering, exploding. The engineers checked their monitors. The Siemens S7-315 controllers, the brains of the factory, reported that everything was running perfectly. Green lights across the board. They were victims of the most sophisticated piece of malware ever written. Stuxnet was a digital missile. It was likely engineered by the NSA and Israel's Unit 8200. It utilized 4 zero-day exploits, unknown vulnerabilities in Windows software. On the black market, a single zero-day is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stuxnet used 4. It was a masterpiece of destruction. But here is the horror of Stuxnet. It was a man-in-the-middle attack. To the centrifuges, the virus screamed, "Spin faster, spin until you break." To the monitoring screens in the control room, the virus whispered, "Everything is fine. Speed is normal. Pressure is normal." It was the first kinetic cyber weapon, code designed to cause physical violence. It destroyed nearly 1,000 centrifuges. It set the Iranian nuclear program back by years, but by unleashing Stuxnet, the West opened Pandora's box. They proved that you don't need bombers to destroy a factory. You just need a USB drive. Iran didn't just get mad, they got even. And they learned that in this new war, a smaller nation can hurt a superpower if they hit where it hurts, the civilian infrastructure. In 2012, a virus known as Shamoon hit Saudi Aramco, the world's most valuable oil company. It didn't steal oil, it didn't steal money. It simply erased the master boot records of 30,000 computers. The screens of 30,000 PCs suddenly went black, replaced by a picture of a burning American flag. The company was forced to go back to using typewriters and fax machines for weeks. Trucks lined up for miles because there was no digital way to log the oil. Then they came for America. In 2014, Iranian hackers breached the Sands Casino in Las Vegas. Why? Because the owner, Sheldon Adelson, had publicly suggested the US should nuke Iran. The hackers wiped the casino's servers clean. They cost the company $40 million in damages. This was the warning shot. Iran proved they could touch the US economy. But today the game has evolved past viruses. We are now in the age of algorithmic warfare, and the battlefield is shifting from infrastructure to selection. In Gaza and Lebanon, a new entity has joined the war room. It is not a general, it is not a spy. It is a system called Habsora, in English, the gospel. In previous wars, identifying a valid military target was a slow, human process. Intelligence officers would argue over maps, check sources, and verify civilians were not present. A good team might generate 50 targets a year. The gospel generates 100 targets a day. The gospel is an AI that ingests petabytes of data. It tracks movement patterns, cell phone usage, changes in routine and physical shape. It triangulates these data points to say, this building contains a combatant. But there is a second system, even more terrifying, revealed in 2024. It is called Lavender. While the gospel identifies buildings, Lavender identifies people. According to leaks from intelligence sources, Lavender marked 37,000 people as suspected militants in the early weeks of the 2023 conflict. It works on probability. The machine says, there is a 90% statistical probability this person is an enemy. But here is where the human-in-the-loop concept falls apart. When a machine gives you 100 targets a day, you don't have time to investigate them. Intelligence officers admitted that their role became a rubber stamp. They would spend approximately 20 seconds reviewing each target before authorizing a strike. Just enough time to ensure the target was male. The machine provides the kill list. The human provides the excuse. This is the industrialization of warfare. We have automated the kill chain, and the terrifying part? It works. It is ruthlessly efficient. But it creates a new type of horror, mathematical death. The system also calculates collateral damage. It knows that striking target A will kill 1 combatant and 3 civilians. It compares that to a preset collateral damage score. If the number is below the limit, the strike is approved. Morality has been reduced to a variable in a Python script. And while Israel perfects the software of war, Iran is perfecting the hardware of the swarm. If Israel represents the cutting edge of AI, Iran represents the triumph of quantity over quality. Enter the Shahed 136. It is a loitering munition, a suicide drone. It is cheap, costing perhaps $20,000 to build. It uses a lawnmower engine and off-the-shelf GPS chips. It is slow, it is loud, but Iran doesn't fire one. They fire 50. This is the asymmetry of cost. If you fire a $2 million Patriot missile to shoot down a $20,000 drone, you might win the engagement, but you lose the war. You go bankrupt protecting yourself. But the next generation of Iranian tech is what keeps the Pentagon awake at night. Currently, drones are flown by pilots or follow GPS coordinates. The future is swarm intelligence. In a swarm, the drones talk to each other. They don't need a pilot. If you jam their GPS, they use cameras to navigate visually. If you shoot down 40% of the swarm, the remaining 60% instantly recalculate their attack pattern to fill the gaps. They behave like bees defending a hive. There is no head to cut off. To counter this, Israel and the US have begun engaging in GPS spoofing on a massive scale. If you open a GPS map in northern Israel or parts of the Red Sea today, your phone might tell you that you are in the Cairo airport in Egypt. This is GPS spoofing. The Israeli military blasts fake GPS signals to confuse the guidance systems of Iranian missiles and drones. but it also confuses civilian airliners, delivery apps, and ships. The fog of war has been replaced by a cloud of false data. We are living in a reality where we cannot trust our eyes, and our machines cannot trust their sensors. We are standing at the edge of a precipice, the integration of AI into nuclear command and control. Both Israel and Iran are racing to automate their defenses, but automation brings a new danger: the flash war. In the stock market, we have seen flash crashes, where trading algorithms react to each other's fear, wiping out billions of dollars in seconds before a human can pull the plug. Imagine that, but with cruise missiles. If an Iranian AI interprets a glitch as an incoming strike and auto-launches a defensive swarm, and an Israeli AI detects that swarm and auto-launches interceptors, we could see a full-scale escalation from peace to total war in less than 5 minutes. By the time the general wakes up to answer the red phone, the cities might already be burning. The killing of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh by a robot truck was not an anomaly, it was a prototype. The sniper of the future doesn't breathe, it doesn't have a heartbeat, it doesn't feel remorse. It is a line of code in a server farm, waiting for a variable to switch from 0 to 1. The question is no longer, will AI fight our wars? The question is, will we be able to stop it once it starts? What do you think? Is the efficiency of AI targeting a necessary evil to reduce civilian casualties? Or have we created a machine that will eventually target us? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to understand the other side of this digital war, how China is building a splinter net to cut itself off from Western cyber weapons, click right here. You need to see this to understand the full picture.